Hey everybody, welcome to another class. What we're going to do today is we're going to continue on with Baggio's story. It's a very funny story where a gentleman wants to become the best philosopher in the world, and by doing so, or to get to that goal, he's giving up everything. He's even giving up control on his life to another person, or maybe it's an imaginary friend. We'll find out today. Okay, so good. Let me share with you, for those of you that want to know about how to get a reservation. And I see my buddy is here, who has a reservation. Hello, buddy.
Hey, Bret. How are you doing?
Hey, doing well. How are you?
I don't know.
You don't know? Are you waiting for somebody to tell you?
Well, I don't know if I should cry or being happy.
Why is that?
Today was my first day in the internship, my practical semester. And I entered in a company of the government that managed my uncle, and he introduced me the girl of the financial part, and she said me, first she said me what is gonna be my functions in the company, and she said me, being honest, now there is nothing to do in this company. Look at me. She was chatting on her cell phone and talking with another girl in the office, and she said, so there is no, I don't know, how do you call when the government give money for this year, for the activities in this year, where the government hasn't give the money this year, so there is nothing to do in this part, so you don't have to come here every day. You know what? Maybe better give me your number and I will call you when I need you. I said, okay. So I don't know if we happy because more vacation or be sad because I had another idea.
Yeah, it's better. It's better to work. Better us from work. Here, let me say hi to the rest of the folks here. Somebody's having a hello. Oh no problem, no problem. I'm not ignoring you. I just got to get a hold of Sharon. Hey Sharon. Hi Sharon.
Hi.
Hi. Hey Sharon. Make sure there's no loud sounds. Okay. Keep it real quiet. Nice to meet you, Sharon. Hello, Rukia. Hi, Rukia.
Hello. Hi.
Hi. How are you, Rukia?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good. Where are you from, Rukia?
I'm from Tunisia.
Okay, good. Hey, Sharon. So, Sharon.
Hi.
Yeah, Sharon. Do you have a headset, or do you have an extra verbling window open? Sharon, there's just a lot of noise coming from you. Okay, so just take a look at the rules here. Make sure that you just have a nice, calm, cool, quiet environment. Okay, Sharon. Hey, where are you from, Sharon?
I'm from Colombia.
Okay, good. Okay, Raphael. Hello, Raphael. Yeah, hey Sharon, there's too much noise coming from you. Yeah, I can hear a lot of background noise and stuff, okay? There's too much noise coming from you. Come back when you fix that. Hello, Raphael. Okay. Hello, Raphael Carvalho. Yeah, Raphael, does your microphone work? Hey, Raphael, take a look at the rules. You have to have a working microphone, okay, Raphael? Hi, MN Tablas or Tabias?
Yes, hi teacher.
Hi, how are you?
Fine, thank you. And you?
Doing well. Hello, Raphael. Yeah, but Raphael, so Raphael, listen, Raphael, just speak, okay? The whole point here is not to chat, it's to speak, okay? So say something, Raphael. Raphael, do you understand me? Okay. Hello, Lizeth.
Hi, teacher. How are you?
Doing well, doing well. Good to see you in class again. Hello, Fabricio. Welcome to another class. Okay, good to see you. See you. Hello, Diego.
Hello, teacher Bret.
Hey, it looks like it's rather cold where you're at, Diego. You look like you're all bundled up.
Can you guys hear me?
What? What did you say?
Is it cold where you're at? Looks like you have a warm jacket on. So I was wondering if it's cold where you are. Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Yep.
yeah, a little bit cold. I'm
cold.
freezing.
You're freezing?
Yes.
Okay. Got it. Good to see you. Hello, Raphael. Hi, Raphael.
Hi, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Welcome to class, Raphael.
Okay.
Welcome
Oh,
to class.
thanks. Sorry, it is my first time here in Google Hangout, and just trying to catch up with all these
no
things.
problem. No problem, Raphael. Where are you from?
I'm from Brazil.
Okay, good. Good. Well, welcome to class. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hello, Danilo. Is that right? Danilo Souza?
Hello, teacher. Danilo
Hey.
Souza, I'm here and glad
Danilo's-
to participate.
Good. Very good enthusiasm. Danilo.
Teacher, I listened that in the other class, when the connection is not so good, not very well, you can turn off the video, and that's to work better.
Yeah, and that works better for you. So you can say, I heard in another class that when the connection doesn't work well, you turn off the video and it works better. Yep. Also, too, there's another thing you can do. You can use this Google DNS. I'll put it in the chat, and that'll help you out as well. Okay? So there you go. Good to meet you.
I'm glad.
Hello, Vinicius.
I'm glad to be here.
Hi, Vinicius. Welcome to class.
Hi. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Good. So last week we started reading this story. We should be able to finish it today. Hopefully we'll be able to finish it. And it's called Baggio's story. I'm going to put this link in here in the chat, even though it's already been put on the class page. This is a fairly funny story. What's happening is there's this guy. He's been really successful in many things that he's done, but he wants to be a successful philosopher. Okay, so he wants to be a philosopher. Okay, so he wants to be a type of person that's a thinker, and that's what he wants to be known for. In order to attain that goal, he thinks he needs to give up all material possessions. He's even gone further, and he thinks that not only giving up all material possessions will help him become a philosopher, but also, too, if he gives up his free will, and he's given up his free will to somebody else. And that's where we're left off right now. By the way, guys, I'm going to mute you. I know that sometimes you don't realize that there's background noise, but there is. Sometimes there's clicking around and clacking, okay? So I'm just going to mute everybody right now, except the person that's going to read. I'm going to start left to right. As we go through here, we'll talk about some of the vocabulary. We'll also talk about some of the color that we can see in this story. Right now we're on chapter 6. Again, this guy, what he's done is he's given up all of his material possessions, and now he's given control to another person, all responsibility, and he's talking to that person right now. This is part 2. Go ahead, Body.
It's quite responsibility, he said at last. He survived me with considerate curiosity.
Go ahead.
It is like to be a significant commitment of time and effort. I admit it, but I have no expectations, so you have no responsibility to me in that sense. If you desire payment, you can make me work for you in whatever way you want.
Go ahead.
Well, if I can make you decide anytime to take that responsibility for your own decisions, then it's zero risk for me. I have just one more question. Yes, if I told you to, would you kill yourself without hesitation?
Okay, so, and make sure you read that as two separate things, because he says, yes, if I told you to, would you kill yourself without hesitation? So there's two different voices there. Just make sure when you're reading that you push it as that. But good job reading though, Body. So again, guys, for those of you that weren't here last week, what's happening is he's given up all of his material possessions, okay? So material possessions. So these are all the things that you have, right? Okay. So your car, your house, blah, 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 all your different stuff, everything in your house. And then what he's also done is he's given up his free will now. He's turned that over to somebody else, okay? He lets somebody else has his free will, okay? No longer is he in control of that. All right. Diego, do you know what a free will is? Do you know what your free will? You ever heard that expression, free will?
Free will? No.
Okay. Has anybody else heard free will? Does anybody understand what your free will is? Everybody has it. Or there's a big debate, actually, if you have it or not. No?
If you have options, we can choose for...
Yep, exactly. So we get to choose what we do in our life, right? Okay? So if you give that free will up to somebody else, then they're making the decisions. And that's what he's talking about here. Because it is quite a responsibility. Could you imagine being able to decide what somebody else is going to do? So if you have that, that's a great responsibility. Okay? And a significant commitment as well of time and effort. All right? And he is talking to this person who's now in control of him. And who knows if the person is real or a figment of his imagination. Danilo, can you continue here with he took me back to his home?
Sure. He took me back to his home, a claustrophobic one-bedroom. Sorry.
It's okay.
One-bedroom flat in a convert Victorian terrace. The place was tidy enough, but structurally questionably the fading the fading pattern wallpaper had the occasional inexplicable dent or dump patch in it. He briefly showed me around and then gave me some instructions. Right, he answered. If you are hungry, you are to eat bread. If you are thirsty, you are to drink water. If you need the toilet, go. If you are tired, sleep. If there's danger, you must get away from it. Those basic rules last forever and take priority over any other decision I make for you, unless I specifically override them. Do you understand?
Okay, so good. So again, this is the person who's taken over control is telling him exactly what to do, just telling him pretty basic rules. I think we understand all these, right? Okay? So this is it's pretty much how we all live. At least I hope. You know, I hope if somebody has to go to the toilet, they just go. So claustrophobic. So claustrophobic. Yeah, there's some words in here that are tough. So claustrophobic means that you're scared of small places. Okay. All right. So that's claustrophobic. When you're claustrophobic, you just can't handle when you're in really small places. So what he's calling this is a claustrophobic one-bedroom flat. So this is a very, very small apartment. And when he describes it as being claustrophobic, that means it's really small. So you feel like you're really crammed in here, just a one-bedroom place. Okay, and let's see here. Yep, so that's it. And by the way, if you have any questions, please let me know if you have any questions with the vocabulary, anything at all. Okay? Go ahead, Fabricio. Yes?
Okay. Yes, I nodded. Inwardly, I felt pleased that he seemed to have grasped his new role quickly and with intelligence. Excellent, Leo smiled. I'm late for work now. Staying here and watch TV till I get back. What channel? I asked. Channel 1, he ordered, and turned to leave, bolting the door behind him. For 9 hours I obeyed, absorbing inane day watch with all its empty rhetoric. I felt a frisson of excitement when I heard him come back in. Now the game could really begin, but I was to be sadly disappointed.
Okay, so let's stop here. Okay? So, yeah, he nodded. You know, like when you nod, you say, okay. You nod your head up and down, which means yes. So, grasped, that means to understand. All right? So, he has this role, okay? He has this role that he has. So yeah, his ego, Leo, okay? I'm late for work. He had to go. So, he wanted him to sit here and watch TV all day long. So for 9 hours, he obeyed, meaning he listened to him, and he was absorbing, almost like when you're absorbing water. So he's absorbing or taking in this inane day watch. So inane just means nothing. It's bland. There's nothing to it, okay? And day watch is just TV. Okay. So now he's excited that he's come back in, but he's going to be disappointed. Okay, Diego, his opening words were? Hello, Diego? Can you hear us, Diego? Make sure you're not muted too, okay? Is your microphone frozen? No. Let's get back to you, okay, Diego? See if you can fix whatever's wrong. Lizeth, go ahead, Lizeth.
Okay. His opening words were, I thought you might try to sell everything. I shook my head in response. You are serious about this, Dan? He asked, without needing an answer. Then he said about his daily ritual barely and no language me at all. I had not been given any other decision beyond watching television, so I continued to watch as he showered, ironed his shirts, prepared supper, called his mother. He gave me a portion of food and told me to eat it, and 3 hours later he went to bed. That's what it. No cheating conversational exchange, no the analysis on the potential of my sacrifice, no bizarre or daring decision, no imagination whatsoever.
Okay, good. Okay, so
Okay.
yep. So remember, he's come back. The guy who's controlling his free will has come back. You know, he he thought that he was going to try to steal everything, take everything out of his house. You know. Okay. So so daily rituals. What's a daily ritual that you have, Lizeth?
I go. My daily rituals is going all days to the gym. To the gym.
So you go to the gym every day.
Routine. Yes.
What's another daily ritual, guys?
Routine.
Routine, yeah, yep. So routine, so you have your daily routine as well. So you get up, take a shower, drink some coffee, take the dog out, teach some classes, do it all over
Brush
again.
your teeth.
Oh, you brush your teeth. Okay, well I'm glad you do that. Okay, So good.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Try at least twice a day, if not 3 times. So let's see here. So yeah, this just continues on. So just not really much going on except his buddies come back and they're kind of hanging out. Okay. Okay. Is everything working now, Diego? Okay, Diego. No problem. Diego, remember, I'll give you this link here, but also too, Diego, try to look into the DNS as well. Okay, just in case. That might help you out. Okay? So take care, Diego. Okay, so let's continue on. So MN, hi MN. And MN?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, so yeah, MN, do you have earbuds in? Do you have earbuds? You should probably get earbuds or a headset because we can hear ourselves, or I can hear myself when I'm talking. Because you probably don't have earbuds or a headset.
Yeah, I use a headset.
Huh. So are you sure you have your headset selected?
Yes, and I use it now.
Yeah, but let me show you something. Sometimes people make an error, okay? And it's all right. Okay. So you have to make sure that you're still clicked on me. You have to make sure that you have your headset selected, okay? Sometimes people don't. You just have your default device and you don't realize it, okay? And just when your headset's selected, hit this, okay? All right? So just make sure you're selected. And don't worry, a lot of people make that mistake. Okay.
Yes, now it's better.
Let me see. Yep.
Yeah,
yep.
I changed it.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's okay, man. It's no problem. A lot of people make that same mistake. That's why I figured I'd help you, okay? All right?
Yeah, thank you.
Good.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So go ahead, start reading here. Time passed.
Yes. Time passed until I felt I clothed safely. Awesome, he has sleep. But I was too scrubbed to brainwashed by hours of dullnesses to take up a pen and begin my
philosophical musings. It's okay.
Philosophical. Again, please.
Philosophical musings.
Philosophical musing. So I tried unsuccessfully to sleep. The next day, yesterday, I hoped for better things, but the same tedious skin was played out, and again today. I have subjected myself to adult.
Okay, so let's stop right there. Okay, so okay, so here, let me just mute you. There's sound coming from you again. I don't know if your microphone switched back or what. So yeah, so time passed, and then so assume is like you think something is true. You don't know for sure yet. You just assume that something is happening, right? Okay, so. And by the way, guys, please, by all means, okay, make sure your computer or your microphone's muted when you're not speaking, okay? Sometimes we just hear your computer fans, other stuff, okay? All right. So hey, Muhammad. Okay.
Hello.
Okay. So so here. So his philosophical musings. Remember, he's a philosopher, so he's going to have his philosophical musings, like, you know, things that he says, things that he thinks of, everything else. Okay, all right. So same tedious scene played out. So this continued with the same thing again and again. So there's nothing really that he's gaining from this guy that has control. He's subjugated. All right, or given up his control, to adult, to somebody who just, there's really not much to him, okay? There's not much substance. The guy's really not that smart. Okay, so let's continue. Raphael, can you read? I am this man's puppet.
Yeah, sure. Let's go. This man's puppet, yet he plays me with no imagination, no art without imagination. A puppet is an empty thing, but with imagination. All the words a stage. If only he used me with a bit more creativity, then we could achieve thoughtful things. Even if he abused me, I'd prefer it if he showed a little flair.
Hey, can you wait one second, Raphael? One second.
Yeah.
Mohammed. Hi, Mohammed. One second, Raphael. Mohammed.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah, Mohammed. Is this your first time here?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So, Mohammed, mute your microphone, okay? Your computer fan is running right next to your microphone. So, mute your microphone for right now. Your microphone will turn red. I'll mute it for you. Just keep it red for now, okay, Mohammed? Okay?
Okay.
There you go. Go ahead, Raphael.
Okay, thank you. Even if he abused me, I'd prefer it if he showed a little flair. What's flares means?
Yeah, so flair is like some sort of like excitement, you know, something. You know, also too, people, you know, as far as what they wear, they could have flair. You know, it's just kind of like, you know, not that it just adds joy, it adds excitement. Okay.
Okay,
That's
got
flair.
it. Okay, we'll go forward. But it is clear that this man will not catalyze my mission. He is incapable. Now I must focus on training my mind to think more deeply. So that doesn't matter what my body is doing. I must start writing my philosophical masterpiece. He is asleep now, and the pen is in my hand. 6 months have passed, and my life has changed forever. All concern I ever had for the direction and meaning of my life has I lost a little here. Has
That's
faded
okay.
away my past. Achievements mean nothing to me anymore. Even my philosophical opus. What is main opus?
Opus,
What does it mean?
so opus is it's like your greatest creation. Okay, it's like your greatest creation. It's
So
like
it is synonymous for masterpiece or something.
yeah, exactly, exactly.
Okay, got it. Although I still thinking about it sometimes, has fallen by the wayside.
Yep. Okay. Good. Good.
Thank you.
So he says, "I am this man's puppet." All right, and he's not a real puppet like you see over here, but you can see the metaphor, right? So he's, you know, the guy is able to tell him whatever to do, whatever he wants him to do. He pulls the strings, so he's a puppet. Yet he plays with him with no imagination or art. Again, he's given up his control to this guy, but the guy really doesn't do anything with him. Okay? So that's one of the things that he's upset about. He wants creativity. He wants him to be able to do something with him, right? Okay? Something that's fun. Abused. So abused is when somebody hurts you physically or mentally. Okay? He'd rather that he abuse him as long as he showed a little flair, showed a little excitement. All right? So, and here he's not going to catalyze, right? He's not going to give any influence, right? Any sort of action. Okay. So, let's see here. Okay. So let's continue on here. Okay, so his life's changed now. The meaning of his life has faded away. Everything that he's done before, remember he's on this philosophical pursuit, everything he's done before doesn't matter. Nothing matters right now. Okay. Hi, Mahmoud. Hi. Hi,
Hi.
welcome to class. Hey, Mahmoud, we're going to mute you just
Hi.
because we can. Yeah, we're going to mute you just because we can hear your computer running and hear you clicking on the keyboards. Hello, Jose. Welcome to class. Okay, so let's continue on here. So Rukia, hi Rukia. Can you start reading here? And I'm happier.
Hi.
No,
Okay.
Mahmoud, stay muted. Okay. All right. Keep your
Okay.
microphone
Okay.
muted. Okay. Okay. Go ahead, Rukia.
Okay. And I'm happier than I've ever been. My master, Leo, is wiser and more cunning than I suspected. Those first few days of dullness were merely his way of helping me to appreciate the consequences of being a creature without free will. I laugh at myself now for having been so arrogant. On the 8th day, it feels so long ago now, I confronted him. He had just returned from work and started his usual routine. I was watching television, of course, when I blurted out, "I'm bored." "Then decide to be happy," he ordered. "But how can I? You've been given an opportunity that is unique in the history of humankind, and you're too much of an imbecile to do anything with it."
Okay, good.
He
Good,
raised.
good.
Okay.
That's good. Funny discussion, huh? You know, so
Yeah.
so this master again, the guy that's controlling him, okay, the guy that has him like a puppet, okay, is wiser and more cunning than I suspected, is what he's thinking. Okay, all right. So these first few days, he feels that Leo's just trying to show him another way. He's trying to help him appreciate the consequences of being a creature without free will. So again, free will, this guy doesn't have to make any decisions. How about you, Rukia? Would you be happy if you didn't have to make any decisions? If all
No,
your
of course
decisions
not.
were made for you? No? Are you sure?
No.
Okay, no responsibility?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's good to not have responsibility, but to be taken, your free will to be taken is not really that good.
Yeah, so the gift of not having responsibility while having to give up control, that's where it hurts, right? You want to make sure you have
Yeah,
control.
that's it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep, good. So anyway, he's going along, and on the 8th day, he's finally had enough. So he's going to confront this puppet master. Okay, tell him that he's bored. The puppet master tells him, "Then decide to be happy." How can I? Right? How can I? And his response to is that he's upset because this guy Leo has been given an opportunity that's unique, okay, like one of a kind actually, and he's an imbecile, meaning he's incompetent. He's too much of an imbecile to do anything about it. Okay, let's continue on here. Okay, Vinicius. He raised his eyebrows. Go ahead, Vinicius.
Microphone, yeah. Continue.
Yep, he raised his eyebrows.
He raised his eyebrows and let silence hang in the air for a moment. Did you just decide to say that? To insult me? Did you decide of your own back? No, I objected. I've been bursting to say it for days, and I was no longer able to hold back. Fine, keep watching television. But what will that achieve? You tell me, he countered. You're the one who gave up your free will. Yes, but what? He interrupted, displaying his arms in the air. This was the most animated I'd seen him. You told me it didn't matter if I wasted your life. You told me I had no responsibility to achieve anything with you. So tell me, why are you doing this?
Okay, so good. Real funny conversation. Again, you know, this guy here, he's talking to the person who has control of his free will. You know? So you know, he raised his eyebrows, and somebody raises their eyebrows.
Raises.
You raise your eyebrows. You're like, what? It's kind of like when you're suspicious, you know. The Rock likes to raise his eyebrows. Okay, like what? So anyway, so insult. So insult. So if I told somebody they're fat or ugly, that's an insult. Okay. All right. So he's been wanting to say this. I've been bursting to say this. He's been holding it in. All right. So sometimes you burst out when you've been holding things in. All right. So here he is. So he splaying his arms up in the air, or like throwing your arms up. Okay. When you throw them up in the air, you're like, what? What do you want? Okay. So so in here, you're the one who gave up the free will. Okay. He wants him to keep watching television, but what will that achieve? And here's where he goes to say, yes, but, and he cuts him off again. All right. Okay. So he's going to waste his life. Said it doesn't matter. So now he's complaining that his life's being wasted. So this guy just cannot be happy. Okay, Mahmoud. So Mahmoud, is this
Yes.
your first time? Is this your first time in class?
Yes, first time.
Okay, good. Mahmoud, make sure you keep your microphone muted when you're not speaking. Mahmoud, can you read what's on the screen? I gave away my need.
What? I
Can
don't know.
It's okay. Can you read what's on the screen? So
Yes.
click on Bret Tutor so the screen's being shared. Can you read that? I gave away my need.
I gave away my one. It's not net.
Yeah, turn off your camera. Turn off your camera and your connection will speed up. And it'll be clear, okay?
Okay.
Now try it.
I gave away my need to make decisions so I could focus more of my mind on deeper thoughts. I explained, you are so full of yourself. You can't you? It's not focus. Huh? Okay, it's okay. Can't you see how ridiculous? It's always
Yeah, so it's okay.
that.
So
that
here,
is.
yeah, so
I'm
I'll give you the link, okay? I'll give you the link in the Verbling chat, okay? So hey, Mahmoud, realize that your microphone is right next to where your fingers are, okay? So you keep on tapping and we keep on hearing sounds, okay? All right? So just realize that. Stop moving around, okay? All right?
Okay.
Okay? So yeah, I'll mute you for now. And there's a link to the article, or pardon me, to the reading. Hello, Muhammad. Hi, Muhammad.
Hello.
Hi, Muhammad. Can you read here, Muhammad? Can you read what's on the screen?
Alright. I give away my need to make decisions so I could focus more on my mind and on deeper thoughts. I explained. You are so full of yourself, Cole. Can't you see how ridiculous that's it? I am a greater person than you will ever be, Bill. I yelled. Really? What what makes what makes you so great? He shouted back. I have the achievements of several lifetimes behind me, and you still live in a creepy flat, and call your mother every day. Well, now I control you, so you are only as as great as me. If you don't like that, then leave. Then leave. Every day I come back from work and expect you not to be here because you have given up, because you have decided to make your own decisions again and get out of here. Why why are you still here?
Okay, so good, so good. Again,
Yeah.
he's the person who's control of his free will is pushing him to to get a life, go out, take control of yourself, stop with this whole thing of letting me have your free will. He's starting to fight with them to tell him how terrible his life is. Okay, let's go back to Body. Good, Body.
He had started pacing around in front of me as he said this, like a buzzing mosquito. I felt disproportionately annoyed at him, and I was determined to swat swat him away. If you want me to leave, tell me to leave. Tell me to choose another master. Why should I? What should I? It makes me odd to me. Well, then leave me alone so I can get on with my thinking. You swallow like rain in sucking my thoughts away. You are full of crap. Show me one deep thought you've written since you've been here. I've not yet committed anything to paper. Tell me one deep thought you've come up with since being here.
Okay, good, Body, good. So yeah, so you started pacing around. It's when you're walking back and forth, Um, he's like a buzzing mosquito. You know, when you have a mosquito that's buzzing around, right? Everybody hates these mosquitoes. And in here, yeah, he wants to swat him. So again, this is, like a metaphor, right? Okay. So, and also similes in here as well. So he wants to swat him like he's a mosquito. Okay. So again, his shallow little brain is sapping his thoughts away. So he's saying this to his master, because again, his master's not done anything with him. So deep thought, if you're a philosopher, you're going to have deep thoughts about life, very deep thoughts, like why are we here, just different things like that. So he wants to know what's one deep thought he's come up with since he's been here. And he says he hasn't committed anything to paper. That's just a fancy way of saying he hasn't written anything down. I haven't committed anything to paper. I haven't written it down. Fabricio, go ahead, Fabricio.
No, I whined. Aha! That's not your decision to make, he asserted, with some degree of glee. I'm deciding that you will tell me all of your deepest thoughts. I started, but then I realized that I had to comply. I think. I had no free will, and I had been given a direct order, so I had to comply. I opened my mouth, ready to dispense some overblown piece of wisdom that would quieten him at last, but with a horrible sinking feeling in my stomach, I realized that I could not think of anything at all.
Okay, so good. So he's coming to this realization that, he's the dumb one, right? Okay? He doesn't have one thought. Nothing that he can do. None of these deep thoughts. He's trying to get it out, and he realizes, hey, I just don't have one, right? Okay? So, yeah, so good. So good. Let's continue on here. All right. Okay, I thought somebody had joined us. So, let's see here. MN, can you continue here, MN? The sinking feeling?
Yes, okay. The sinking feeling grew into a mental pains. That was the turning point. I realized that I had not had a single deep thought since the day I gave away everything I owned at the public common. I had not written a word of philosophy since the experiment began, and it was my one fault. not lose that single revelation, the, the possibility that I was feeling because I was inducted terrified, terrified me to the core. I stayed quiet.
Okay, good. Let's stop right there. So a mental panic. Okay, so yeah, I don't know why, Emin, but it's like you changed the microphone again, and I can hear myself. So a mental panic. Okay, this is where you just get really excited, you get nervous, you just go kind of in a little bit of a crazy, go a little crazy. So again, philosophy. All right, he wants to be a philosopher, philosophical thoughts. He has not written one word of philosophy since this experiment began. Remember, the experiment is where he's giving away everything. And here, so he has a revelation. A revelation's like a deep thought itself. Okay? So a revelation, it's like a turning point as well. Okay? And that's what he gets to now. He understands that he's failing. He understands it's his fault, not anybody else's. Okay, Rukia, can you read here? There you go.
Okay. There you go, Leo said calmly. Now watch television and think about what you've done. Think about what you want. I'm going to bed. As he left, he added, if you're not here in the morning, goodbye. But I stayed. I was too shaken to move on. I didn't even have anywhere to go, and now I could see that I might have given it all away for nothing. Had I ever had a deep thought in my life, the more I thought about it, the more it scared me. I was all success and no soul. I watched television all night that night, numbing my brain to the emptiness of my situation. Leo did not say a word to me in the morning as he got up and left for work. I cried. I wasn't even sure what for. I had to think.
So good. No, okay. It's good. Yep. So yeah, so he's sitting there realizing maybe he never had a deep thought. Maybe he just had an empty life, all success and no soul. Okay. All right. So he cried, but he wasn't even sure why he cried. Go ahead, Vinicius.
Let's go.
I had to think.
I had to think. I had to think. Leo had ordered me to think about what I wanted, without really being conscious that I was making a decision to do so. I left the flat and went for a walk. I inhaled the crisp sunshine air as I approached the public common. I cast my eyes over the scattered people jogging, walking, chatting, sitting, and I asked myself, why? Why was I here? Why had I done all the things I had done? Why was I unhappy? I was back in the flat when Leo returned from work. The television was off.
Okay, so
How
good.
Are you
so good.
Okay.
Oh no, that's good. Yep, it's okay. All right. So so let's continue on here. Okay. We'll try to finish this. Hey, hey, Body.
Yep.
Hey, Body. Do you have this link? Do you have this link here for the story? Right.
Yeah.
Okay, I have to. I apologize, guys. I have to step out for just one moment. So, Body, you continue, and then after you read for a while, Fabricio continue as well. I'll be right back, guys. Okay. So you continue, Body, and then let Fabricio, and I should be back. Just give me a few minutes, okay? Go ahead, Body.
Sorry. What number? 11?
Yeah, we're not quite there yet. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
Yes.
We are at number 11. We're right at number 11. You're correct. Okay. So 11, and then yeah. And sorry guys, I need to step out just 1 second. You read to number 12, and then Vinicius or Fabricio will take over, and I'll be right back. Okay.
Okay. Bring cake.
Go. Yep,
How
go
are
ahead.
you feeling? asked Leo. Flaws, I admit it. I would like to steak, if I may. Sure. He nodded sympathetically. He studied me for a while, and I think the corners of his mouth raised into a half smile, but only for a second. I'm going out for a couple of beers with some friends of mine. Do you want to come? If you say so, I whimpered. Come! I got to know his friend in the week after that, and I began to rediscover myself. I had never had that kind of companionship before. I made me see things in a different way. These new friends did not judge me for what I had done badly or for what I had not yet achieved. The people I used to call friends were only friends while I was successful, but these new friends had no expectation for me, and they include me in their lives without conditions. Mauricio?
Yes. Shall I continue?
Yep.
Okay. So, these friends became a sounding board for my thoughts and words, an earthly touchstone for my life rather than having to measure myself against the entire cosmos. I came to value them above all else. I took a gardening job and started paying Leo some rent. Of course, I had to start making some of my own decisions again, but only small ones. The big decisions about where my life was going or how I could inject meaning into it did not trouble me anymore. Leo became less of a master and more of a mentor for me. I grew to view him very fondly, and what surprised me most was the realization of how lonely I had been before. My friends and Leo, my best friend, have helped me to appreciate the small things in life, the most important things. Now that the burden of aimless ambition has faded away, I can work with them to build a quieter purpose in our lives. Well, one day soon I will be dead. People will look back at my life, and they might say I was a martial artist. They might say I was a musician. They might say I was a footballer. They might even say I was a philosopher. For now that my personality has become less broad and more deep, my thoughts have become deeper too. Recently I have felt the edges of philosophical inspiration tickling my mind, and I won't be long before it becomes clear enough to commit to paper. But I think it would prefer it if they said, above all, he was my friend.
Okay, so good, so good. Pretty, and sorry guys, sorry I had to step away for a bit. Okay, all right, but pretty interesting story, huh? So now he's become his own master again, right? Okay, so Leo's kind of helped him out. I don't know, is Leo his own mind or whatever? Okay, so good, so good. And hello, welcome to class, Marion. All right. Okay, so let's talk about yeah. So Monkia, everything's okay. So okay, guys. So when we talk about deep thoughts, what's a deep thought? Can somebody tell me a
Teacher?
deep? Hello, Marion. Marion
Monica
Rodriguez.
is
Yeah.
Monica.
Oh, Monica. How are you, Monica?
Yeah.
So don't worry,
Hello.
Monica. Yeah, so Monica, you came into class late. It's okay. All we're going to do is talk now about the story, okay? All right, we'll talk about the story that we just saw. So what's an example of a deep thought? What would be a deep thought, Vinicius? Can you tell me an example of a deep thought when it comes to philosophy?
A deep thought.
Deep thought about the origin, how the universe starts.
Yeah, no, what's the beginning of the universe, right?
The
Okay.
beginning.
Yeah, it's the beginning of the universe, right? Okay. Can anybody else give me an example of a deep thought?
Yeah, it could be how I live.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Yep, how
why
you
I
live,
live.
right? Yeah, like maybe your existence, right?
Mhm.
Okay, and there's a lot of famous philosophers, like one of the most famous, know thyself, okay? It's one of the deepest thoughts, right? Know thyself. What does that mean, know thyself? Isn't that common? Don't we all know ourselves? Okay. What about you, Rukia? Hey, Mankia, make sure you keep things nice and quiet,
Monica.
okay? Monica, okay, Monica.
Exactly.
Okay. Rukia, can you tell me what does this mean, know thyself?
I'm not sure, but maybe it's know oneself. That like I don't know. I'm not sure really.
It's okay. It's all right. So let me ask you something. Do you think that you understand yourself, your actions, the way you act, completely, 100%, Rukia?
No, not 100%, but yeah, mostly. I understand what my actions are.
Yeah. And do you understand how other people perceive you as well?
No, that's
No?
that's hard to understand because you're not inside their minds, inside their brains. So it's hard to understand others how they perceive.
Yep, how they perceive you. Yep. But as far as yourself, so just knowing who you are, knowing how to avoid doing things that you don't want to do, right? As human
Yes.
beings, we get in patterns. We have to figure out certain things, to make sure. Hey, Monica. So Monica, it has to be nice and quiet in class, okay? Nice and quiet. So people running around, stuff like that, just make sure it's quiet. Monica, what's a deep thought that you've had in life? Are there any deep thoughts that you've had? Like maybe what your dog's thinking? Do you ever sit there? I look at my dog and go, what is my dog thinking? I'm just kidding. That's not a deep thought. But what about you, Monica? What's a deep thought that you've had?
Well, about the chicken and the egg. What was first?
What comes first, the chicken or the egg?
Yeah.
So which one does come first?
I don't know. I think it is a chicken. Because we need the animal for the egg. And if we don't have the chicken, we aren't going to have the egg. But who's created chicken?
Yep. So did the chicken maybe create itself? Maybe God's a chicken and we just don't realize it, So, all right. So good. So there's going to be another class coming up, so I'm going to have to cut this one short. One of the students the other day had a really good philosophical question that somebody had asked him. The question was, if you're going to die, would you rather die on a happy day or a sad day? So would you rather die on a day when it's happy or a day when it's sad? That I don't know. If you take some time to think about it, it's pretty hard to answer, isn't it? So good. And I apologize, folks, for having to get up. I just had to take care of something. I don't know how else to explain it, which is very rare. But anyway, so good, everybody. So I'm going to end this class because I have another one coming up. So we're done with this story. Next week, same time, we'll start on another story, okay? So good job, everybody. Vinicius, Rukia, Muhammad, MN, nice to meet you, Monica, Fabricio,
Nice
and
to
Bonnie.
meet you
Good
too.